Ask yourself as you watch this presentation, which presents two theories: is your country under attack? We may not be concerned about what happens to bankers, whether they don't get their bonuses or not, or whether they can fly around in their private jets to their cocktail parties. But we may be concerned that our country could be under attack. And if so, we might be concerned that the attackers might seek to infiltrate us and mess with our minds, learn our plans, and subvert our efforts to protect ourselves. That's what I present here in these two videos. I acknowledge it'll be confusing, but I'm trying to wiggle some ideas into your mind. And I promise to try to clear this up at the end. In the years leading up to the crisis, we're talking about the financial crisis that we recognized in 2008 and is ongoing. Significant amounts of foreign money flowed into the U.S. from fast-growing economies in Asia and from oil-producing countries. This inflow of funds, combined with low U.S. interest rates from 2002 to 2004, contributed to easy credit conditions which fueled both housing and credit bubbles. Loans of various types, mortgages, credit card, and auto, were easy to obtain, and consumers assumed an unprecedented debt load. As part of the housing and credit booms, the amount of financial agreements called mortgage-backed securities, MBS, which derived their value from mortgage payments and housing prices, greatly increased. Such financial innovation enabled institutions and investors around the world to invest in the U.S. housing market. The Tonkin Gulf Incident, Oil for Food Program, Maurice Strong, Abolish the Fed, the Population Bomb, AIG, Tom Hayden, UFOs, Atomic Spies, Frederick Engels, Tobacco Tax, Smoke Police, Economic Sabotage, Soros, S-O-R-O-S, the Financial Crisis of 2008, DSA, Center for American Progress, the Venona connection to the subprime meltdown, Cold War, McCarthy, KGB. Is this an orchestrated crisis followed by cover-up? Yuri Bezmenov, Bill Clinton, savings and loan, smear campaigns, disinfo, George Bush, Rudy Giuliani, Tom DeLay, Valerie Plame, Sarah Palin, Ron Botts, Lou Rockwell, Acorn, Stop CEO Exploits, according to the SEIU, that's the Service Employees International Union, Neocon, 9/11 was an inside job. Okay, are you confused? I'm talking about the financial crisis, and I'm asking you at the same time to think about Acorn, the Black Panthers, Carlos the Jackal, Walter Cronkite, Chicago, Khomeini, the coal bombing, Saul Alinsky, Noam Chomsky, Amsterdam 78, if you know who that is. Hell no, we won't go. As housing prices declined, major global financial institutions that had borrowed and invested heavily in subprime MBSs reported significant losses. Defaults and losses on other loan types also increased significantly as the crisis expanded from the housing market to the other parts of the economy. Total losses are estimated in the trillions with a T globally. The subprime mortgage crisis is an ongoing financial crisis triggered by a dramatic rise in mortgage delinquencies and foreclosures in the United States, with major adverse consequences for banks and financial markets around the globe. The crisis, which has its roots in the closing years of the 20th century, became apparent in 2007 and has exposed pervasive weaknesses in financial industry regulation and the global financial system, according to Northwood's French Revolution, Hormuz, Recreate 1968. No WMDs here, no WMDs there. Why put a bomb on a passenger plane when you can use economic terrorism? Citigroup, Frank Marshall Davis, The National Debt. The energy crisis is real, Sandy Burglar. Homeowners to take out home equity loans to pay off consumer debt. Brzezinski, Kosovo, Monica Lewinsky, Yellow Cake. Approximately 80% of U.S. mortgages issued in recent years to subprime borrowers were adjustable rate mortgages. When U.S. home prices began to decline in 2006-2007, refinancing became more difficult, and as adjustable rate mortgages began to reset at higher rates, mortgage delinquencies soared. Securities backed with subprime mortgages, widely held by financial firms, lost most of their value. The result has been a large decline in the capital of many banks and U.S. government-sponsored enterprises, tightening credit around the world. Wesley Clark, Taliban, the United Nations. No WMDs here, no WMDs there. I'm getting close to figuring it out. It has to do with subversion, economic warfare, psychological warfare, communist revolution. All clarified by the recent revelations from the Venona project, the Venona the encryptions, decryptions that were made public in 1995, and the fact that Boris Yeltsin came to power in the aftermath of the collapse of the Soviet Union and opened up the Soviet archives to scholars. Plus, a lot of defectors have come forward over the years, even before the Cold War ended. We know things today we didn't know. And I know things because, by virtue of the fact that I started out on YouTube as a 9/11 truth debunker and was viciously attacked by a combination of very rude people and a few very clever people. I noticed, in my opinion, unless I'm mistaken, the same crowd backed Ron Paul, while some of them posed as patriots draped in American flags who attend anti-war rallies. Have you ever heard of a Republican attending an anti-war rally? Anyway, these Paulbots, these Paultards, are, in my opinion, attempting to infiltrate the Republican side of the aisle. And that's who this guy is here, who just recently subscribed to me. Paultard, Minister of Dissent. These dudes are Paultards. You know, they go to anti-war rallies. They read Noam Chomsky. They use vulgar language. You know, they smell just like the SDS. Don't they? Whew, God. They don't smell like Republicans. They claim they're Republicans. They get indignant when you call them phony Republicans. But they set off my alarm, and so I'm sharing that with you.